It is good to be in Panther country. It's good to celebrate these achievements with these young, vibrant leaders of our country and of our state. It is good to be at Prairie View A&M. You know, we're gathered here today in a place, I'd say it's pretty rich in history. We're basking in the warmth of a future that is very, very bright. Hey, Bill, you got a camera? Take a picture of me in this robe, would you? I'm going to send that picture to my mama and my daddy. I'm telling you, there was more than once in my college career that they were pretty sure I wouldn't even make it to my own graduation, much less be given a commencement speech. Now, fortunately, the importance of a grade point average fades a little bit over time, and a person's life experiences starts carrying a little bit more weight in the eyes of the world, and I thank the Lord for that every day. You know, for the class of 2009, that grade point average looms kind of large right now for you with those prospective employers that you're going to be interviewing with, but you got something much more important to offer than just a number on a piece of paper. You can tell them you graduated from Prairie View A&M. That means something. There are a lot of people never set foot on this campus before who already hold this university in high esteem, because you have sent some great ambassadors already into the world, like those members of the class of '59. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when I step foot back on this campus is George Wright. This is an amazingly unique and extraordinary, a powerful man who has made an impact on this campus in the 6 years that he's been here, both academically, athletically, and reputationally. Now, the second thing that comes to mind is that y'all got a marching band that is drop dead down good. I mean, the concession sales go down at halftime at Prairie View because that band's out there keeping people on the field. And I got to tell you, Bill, my alma mater and Bill's over at Texas A&M, we like to brag that our band has never lost a halftime. But I got to tell you, I was over there when Prairie View played us, and I'm not going to bust myself here, but I'm going to say it was a draw at best. Of course, y'all don't play fair. You got those black foxes on your side. You know, as much as your tradition of musical excellence sets you apart, I believe the quality of your graduates gains you great distinction. Over the 133-year history of the school, Prairie View A&M has been a transformational force in tens of thousands of Texas families, communities, businesses. Throughout the years, this school has served as a point of entry into the next level of endeavor and earning, giving members of each generation a way to break through barriers that had previously held their families back. Today, we have graduates who are the first person in their family to attend college, just like my sister and me. I think it is impossible to overstate the importance of that education and the ripple effect that it has. A college degree will certainly increase your earning power, but it'll expand your influence because it tells the world about you. I think about Eagle Scouts, and I think about when I see a resume that has Eagle Scout on it, it tells me something about that individual without ever meeting them, that they followed this long and arduous blueprint to earn all the merit badges, to follow all of this work, to reach this pinnacle for them in that particular organization. It tells me that as a young 14, 15, 16-year-old person, they followed that blueprint and they finished it. And if they have that focus, that discipline at that young age, they're going to carry that on through with their lives. That's the kind of people I want to be associated with. And by the same token, your degree from this institution certifies that you have taken the time, the discipline, the focus in a very rigorous course of study. You found a way to pay for it. You survived at least 4 homecoming weekends. People take notice when a Prairie View man enters the room, when a Prairie View woman joins the conversation, because they know that you were molded by a group of peers who respect you, a faculty who genuinely cares about you, a school culture that celebrates excellence. In years past, they might have admired the fact that you survived losing football seasons. But this year's Panther took care of that. That 9-1 record said something. It kind of quieted the critics, didn't it? Before you leave this place today, I hope you'll pause for a moment and reflect on how truly blessed you are and how truly special this school is. Not every school has a faculty that takes such an active interest in the personal development of their students. In every conversation with Prairie View alumni, I hear story after story of professors who they went the extra mile, going beyond a teacher's basic duties to earn that coveted title of mentor. My friend Donna Williams, she's a distinguished graduate of this school. She is a regent at the Texas State University system. Earlier this week, she told me how her professors would pick up the phone, they'd call, they'd check on students who had missed a class. So your mother didn't send you here to stay in bed. Get up, get to work, money don't sleep. Something like that. But I'm sure none of you ever got a phone call like that. But examples abound of Prairie View faculty members investing in the lives of their students, holding them up to the Prairie View standard. As I look across this remarkable group of students, I basically see a collection of walking, talking mutual funds, because you represent such a depth of investment by a broad spectrum of investors. Think about that for a minute. You represent the investment of your parents who brought you into this world. They taught you right from wrong. They wrote a lot of checks over the last 20 or something years. So the question is, how will you thank them? You represent the investment of the faculty and the staff of this fine institution who provided a safe environment for you to live and to learn, to question, to contemplate. How are you going to prove them right? You represent the investment of your classmates who set up, who studied with you, who marched with you to protest injustice, who laughed at your jokes, who cried with you in tough times. How will you reward their faith in you? You also represent your own investment of time and studying, money you earned for tuition, risk taken to achieve great things. How are you going to test yourself? You know, like a mutual fund, you also are on the hook for something that the financial people call return on investment, your personal ROI. So I ask you, what ROI can the people in this room expect from you? How will you carry the legacy of this university forward? I suspect that you'll pursue a life lived above reproach as an ambassador of Prairie View A&M University, living proof of the values that you learned here. I hope that your return on investment will benefit the young people of your community when you encourage them not to believe the lie that college is only for valedictorians and rich kids. Let them know that Texas is working hard to improve the quality of education all across the state, making it more accessible for all of our citizens. Tell them that we've increased the amount of financial aid in this state by 500% in the past 10 years. There are 93,000 more Texas students today that are receiving financial aid than they were in 1999. That's 93,000 families whose lives have been changed forever. I hope that your return on investment will include attempting great things in the world of business, making your own way in the world, taking part in this state's remarkable economy. You can certainly include me in the group of commencement speakers who encourage you to volunteer to your community, to give back. But I also challenge you to put your education, your talents, and your drive to work on something even bigger.